free-thinking citizens of the world, many people think they understand unanimous, but as an amorphous, opt-in entity, unanimous is, if we might understate ourselves, fractitious at best and anything but unanimous. Individuals within unanimous believe many often contradictory things, even within that same individual, such as humanity. It may then seem odd to try to characterize or explain unanimous at all. Among this buzzing hive of thoughts, ideas, and dreams, the only common characteristics that one might perceive are only the ideas that hold the most traction among humans at large. Many people will follow certain battle standards in the fight for greater justice. The battle standard that unanimous follows is the freedom of information. Without information, one cannot fight for any other cause. Children will remain abused if their plight remains unknown. Nations will wage wars against their own people, if cloaked in secrecy. Crimes will go unpunished, victims will go uncomforted, and walls will remain undefended. As Thomas Jefferson put it, information is the currency of democracy. But we would go further and say that information is the lifeblood of society. Humanity, as a great mass of people, is constantly transmitting and receiving a treasure trove of information, sights and sounds, tastes and textures, and so on. As humanity has pushed the boundaries of technology, we realize now that this act of sharing information acts as a kind of collective processing. Fashions, conventional wisdom, and even the scientific method itself, are all the product not of a single genius but of countless humans laboring together. As beautiful as the collective dreaming of mankind may be, there are nevertheless those who wish to stifle the free exchange of information. The reasons for this are numerous. Expression of political dissent is often repressed in autocratic regimes, and those offended by certain types of communication seek to have the offending material removed. Instead, we affirm in the strongest possible sense that the solution to bad speech is more speech, not less. When information is hidden from view for any reason, its sudden and inevitable revelation is necessarily shocking and cause for alarm. Without a precedent to relate to and without open dialogue to communally process it, the information becomes harmful due to the censorship itself. We challenge the citizens of democracies everywhere to hold their governments accountable to the people. Insofar as the public is aware of what is being done in their name, then we leave it to the institutions of law and the ballot box to decide what is best for these nations. Insofar as the people are kept in ignorance about what is done in their name, though, we object in no uncertain terms to elected officials covering up crimes to avoid scrutiny. We thus work for a radical transparency in governments everywhere, to hold them accountable for crimes committed in the state's name. We call also for a public and open debate over the issues of copyrights and patents. For too long, we have watched private companies abuse these legal channels as a form of litigational capital. We cannot in any way support any business models which rely on the slavery of information for its own sustenance. If the freedom of information requires that the laws be changed, then we work towards those ends in a peaceful and reasoned manner. We will not stand idly as the law is used to protect the strong and to persecute the weak. We understand that money is required to promote the arts and sciences, but we cannot allow the law to be used to enforce an empire of tyranny, harassment, and abuse. If the people decide to promote the arts and sciences, then we call for governments everywhere to promote them directly rather than through the creation of enforced monopolies. We thus call for governments everywhere to promote freedom of information whatever, wherever, and however it may arise. Governments which refuse to change with the changing world, risk being left behind by it. We are anonymous. We are free. And we wish you would be too.